So the government had just announced that they're not going to spend £10.5 billion of taxpayers' money to compensate the WASPy women. For those who don't know, this is a campaign for some women who believe that they weren't properly informed when the pension age changed. Now, my recollection from the time was that there was quite a lot of chatter pretty much everywhere about pension ages changing for women. And I did feel at the time when I saw this that I thought it was unusual that people felt they didn't know about this because it did seem to be quite a high profile news thing. And when I saw that the government were going to pay out £10.5 billion worth of taxpayers' money in compensation for this, I wasn't sure that was exactly the best way to spend £10.5 billion, which could build, a few hundred hospitals actually. So as you can see, I'm not wholly in favour of the widespread recommendations, really, that this compensation should have been paid. Don't know what you think about it. That's what the governments have said. So, given the vast majority of women knew the state pension age was increasing, the government does not believe paying a flat rate to all women at the cost of a £10.5 billion would be fair or proportionate to taxpayers. I think I agree. Love to know what you think. I might be a bit biased on this one and not got the full picture on it, but for me, that does kind of feel a sensible thing. It's not like we've got £10.5 billion worth of spare cash laying around at the moment, have we? So what have the WASPy women said? They said, this is a bizarre and totally unjustified move, which will leave everyone asking what the point of an ombudsman is if ministers can simply ignore their decisions. And this was based on the fact that the ombudsman actually said that really that all women of that age should be paid between £1,000 and £2,950 each, even if they did know and were completely aware of the pension age changes. I don't really understand the logic to that. Now, if they'd said that the people who'd made a complaint and had provided evidence of some kind of, you can provide evidence of a negative, that you didn't receive something, but I'd made a good case for it that a judge had approved, then I don't think I've had as many queries, but recommending that we pay everyone of a certain age that amount of cash, not sure that makes any sense to me. So there were 3.6 million people born in the 50s who were not properly informed of the rise in the state pension age to bring them in line with men, according to the stats here, 3.6 million people. Now, I don't know, for me, it was a big deal. I know I'm interested in pensions, and pensions are my thing, and a lot of my news feeds have pension stuff in. But when I've asked around friends and family who are not as kind of involved and interested in pensions as I am, I didn't find anyone who hadn't known or heard about the fact that we were completely changing the pension age for women. It seemed to me to be a really big deal at the time, as I recall. But I'm sure there's another side to the story. So, if there is, I'm more than happy to be better informed than I currently am. But for me, this does feel like the that's £10.5 billion worth of money that can be used for probably more appropriate things. Let me know what you think. I'll see you on the next one.